Okay. So after all that running, made it back to Sidonia. Man, I did not realize that optional mission was gonna take an entire video. But anyway, it was fun. Tell you what, some things in this game is so loud that's why I just have to walk away. And we're back. Going down to Sidonia.
Keep a lookout. Notify us if you see.
Yes, ma'am. I wonder if they say that, but just being a traveler through here. Okay, I don't want to listen to that. Or if it's because they know I'm part of the UC. No idea.
You've got the slate. Let me see. Reduced joint wear? Oh, increased lifting capacity. A dose of this stuff could make a miner way more efficient. This formula's gotta be worth at least as much as whatever Percival owes. Okay, so here's what you do. Tell Octai and the Trade Authority you found a business proposal that will make miners more efficient, higher yield, synergy, you know, all that business crap. And that you'll trade it to him for clearing Percival's debt. You good at doing pitches and stuff like that? You can try if you feel confident, but I didn't want to push our luck. Besides, if that drug gets big, I think everyone benefits. So, you think you can sell them on it? Aw, this is gonna be great. Oh, and here, a copy of the formula for yourself, in case you ever want to try maximizing your own industrial output. Oh, use that if you can. Good luck.
That's cool.
Look hurt. Might want to head on over to Reliant. Dr. Flynn will get you patched up.
I'm like a minuscule of hurt, dude. Do I look hurt to you? Huh? Yeah, I didn't think so. Immediately started backing away. Man, I knew this game was gonna be addicting in like the amount of hours played. But man, they were not lying. Like I've easily put in 100
It's hard
hours.
not to worry when your spouse is the one doing all the hard work down in the mines.
And it still feels like I've done nothing because I don't even know anything about Sidonia yet. Like I've been around in New Atlantis. I kind of know a thing or two, but when you go to a whole new city, you're like, wow.
Was there something else? I don't recall the exact figure off the top of my head, but with the interest, if you're feeling... I'm never one to turn away an opportunity, but I'd be curious what you think you've uncovered in the Martian market that others have missed. Aqueous hematite, iron and wastewater. Well, I'm not surprised no one has proposed something like this before. And exactly what does this new drug of yours do? An interesting proposal, if your data pans out. But where's this hematite coming from? The active mines would be too expensive to retool. The deep mines could be an option, but they're full of spacers. Or so I've heard. Oh, really? Well now, that is intriguing. A completely untapped resource pool, and the sort of utility every mining firm in Sidonia would be clamoring to get their hands on. We could contract out all the actual lab work, bring on one of the hungrier mining concerns for materials, the licensing fees alone. And think what it would do for our image with the general populace. This mine, reopened thanks to the Martian Trade Authority. Very interesting indeed. And what do you want for the rights to this drug?
Ooh. You know what I want to do? I'm gonna click this,
Unfortunate. Do come back when you change your mind.
and I'm gonna quick save. In case I want to go the other way.
You've returned. Wonderful. Have you thought about the terms of our deal?
I just want to see how much credits it would
This is a promising find, certainly. I can see us granting a generous finder's fee in exchange for handing it over. Was that it?
Dr. Walker's debt. Consider it cleared. Well, it would seem we have a deal then. Here, your finder's fee. We'll just be taking that slate before you have any second thoughts. It was a pleasure doing business with you.
Well, I guess I didn't have to quick save.
I wish there was more to do around here. Drinking gets old.
So I wonder if I didn't click that, it would not have put maybe I wouldn't have got credit. I don't know. I just figured I'd go for it.
Watch out for the robots. They're surprisingly sneaky.
I don't know about sneaky. They're surprisingly powerful. That's for sure.
Yeah? Did you now? Fine work. My end of the bargain then, I suppose. He's holed up in the old Red Devil's HQ. Place was sealed up tight after the UC shuttered our unit, but we snuck him in the back entrance through the deep mines. Was also going to warn you about spacers down there. But it sounds like you might have already tossed those dregs. Yeah, the passkey. And I'll let him know there's someone he owes one hell of a thank you on their way down.
Chill waste room access. Okay. Fine, person. Get to it. They'll tell me he's back in the mines. Where I just was. I wasn't really paying attention to that guy. Normally I do, but it's getting kinda late. Oh, you're joking. Dang, well, at least I am not full with mass. Anyway, I have no idea what that noise is. But yeah, I'll just cut to where I go meet Virtual. Okay, so it looks like I would have had to come down through here either way. Percival is in this place. Somewhere. Luckily it's already cleared out. Don't tell me the quest thing's gonna be weird. Okay. So we've already been through here, my goodness. Sometimes low gravity is a little weird. Like it's like, should you boost? Jump? Okay. It's time to go through here. These bodies are just laid out everywhere. Interesting that they took me to the same spot. Yeah. This cave is pretty deep though. Actually a pretty cool fight. Go back through here. And then it do not tell me. I was literally right next to him, but I just, oh my goodness. Just couldn't complete it. 'Cause I had to go talk to this guy. There we go. Oh yeah, it's much faster than running. Okay. And then, okay. So you actually just go through here. Nothing over here. Are you Percival? You owe me a lot of money. I haven't even begun to play my bounty hunter. Ooh. Could just jump across too. This is for the. It takes me to the same place. I'm not really. Just figured there might be more stuff this way. Oh, come on. Yeah. Had to take me the same place, right? Okay, so I could have just skipped it. You never know about some games like that. That might be like places that people would skip. They'll like hide stuff. Expert, huh? Yeah, we could do that, but let's go to check. Okay. That, this. And then do this. Do you actually have one of these? Nope. There it is. This. And then, yeah. Oh, it's a pack. That crap is this? Oh. That must be a fixed loot drop because I'm so far past 1,000 value things. There you go. Place is huge. See, like, I wonder if that's somewhere I could skip. But who knows? What you'll find through here. Okay, so it is where some. But then again, it's like you never know because taking this way could have like some little loot. So I'm not seeing any. It's in this side of the mine. Interesting. Yeah, okay. We'll check everything out on the way out. I am kind of wondering who Percival is, right? Why is he cooped up all the way back here?
So you must be the one who got me out of the red with the trade authority. Can't say I don't appreciate it, but I doubt you came all this way just to do me a favor. Now you want to explain to me why you're going around harassing nefarious old men by wiping away their hard-earned debts?
Regular delivery.
Adrian sent you. She's... Did she look okay? A terramorph? She's fortunate to be alive at all. Hope you two had plenty of backup. So what's this she had you bring all the way down here after putting you in harm's way? Adrian said that, huh? If she made you come all the way for this... Let's get inside. I need to see these cells.
Maybe he's like got a for real good Red Devil. Oh, it's a headquarters in here? Oh my god. This place just keeps getting deeper and deeper in lore, huh?
Gonna ask you to not touch anything. Got some projects in the works down here. I
Yeah.
wasn't expecting guests.
That's not gonna happen, buddy.
Oh, and Lou mentioned how you took care of the debt. Can't say I'm thrilled the Trade Authority got their mitts on the research, but I guess that's the price you pay not to live in a cave the rest of your days.
Oh, father.
All queued up. Let's gaze into this abyss, shall we? All right, just get those cellular markers tagged. Wait, where are the markers? This can't be right. This sample, it's Londinian. I'll need to get this all in a slate. Adrian really gave you this sample. You're not lying to me? Because if you told me this was a hoax, and it'd be the best damn fake I've ever seen, I'd be mad and very, very relieved. She was disconcertingly correct, trying a little habit of Adrian's. Which is why, if you wanted to have your film crew jump out and yell surprise, I wouldn't be saddened in the least. Can't just humor an old man, huh? This sample, it's got all the indicators of the worst terramorph attack in human history. I presume you've heard of Londinian. It was. An entire city wiped off the map. The swarms are so bad, they had to blow the spaceport and seal the place off from the galaxy at large. Not a lot of samples made it off the world from the time of the attack, but the ones that did, well, they look just like this one. I didn't detect any of the telltale signatures this specimen ever sat on a ship while it was alive, either. I don't think it was transported to Tal Ceti. This specimen, it grew there, faster than any terramorph should. Which means, if we're about to start a new era in human-terramorph relations, where big, sudden Londinian-style attacks can happen outside Londinian, that's not gonna end well for humanity. So, you lugged this bad omen all the way here. You wanna tell me what your plans are for it now? Because until now, the terramorphs that wiped out Londinian had the good sense to stay put. What happened there? It was a tragedy, but at least it was contained. So to find evidence for a similar attack on a different world, well, we don't have enough information to know precisely what this means. But I doubt it's good. So I'd love to know what it is you're planning from here. Music to my ears. Here, faster we take the lift to the surface. Not supposed to use it, but given the circumstances, I'm inclined to just ask forgiveness. Let's get going.
Alright. Although, I'm gonna check out this Red Devil's place a little bit. I'm not even gonna pause it. 'Cause there's probably not that much to look at. That's not anything. Oh, there's probably not that much down here. I just want to check it out. It doesn't look like much. Ooh, see? I'm glad we go some exploring. Okay. Looks like we got some secure places that we can't go to. At least just yet. I've been where I came in at. Nothing on here. What's this? I mean, I did save his life, so should have something for me good down here, right? But it doesn't look like it. Okay, well, we tried. I wanted to see if take that and those. And yeah, just get to it. Come on, buddy, old pal.
I'm following you, friend.
No. Yeah. So terramorph attacks. This actually ramps up things way better than what I was thinking. 'Cause, you know, Vanguard, I'm thinking, you know, soldier. Yeah, let's go to touch the ground because you can't fast travel in the air. Okay. Have to be in Cydonia. But yeah, these terramorph attacks, because I'm super excited about. And this Starfield just looks amazing. Couldn't even tell where that was coming from though, but Starfield definitely looks amazing. Like, I can't wait till we're fighting like a whole bunch of terramorphs. I mean, really. That one just wasn't enough for me. I want to go.
Pretty much run the lower levels here.
Yeah. Is that a face? It's like I want to explore everything, but yes, we have to stick to the mission. How'd you get down here, buddy?
Qualified supervisor may change my directives.
Adrian.
Percival. My God, look at you. You're an old man now.
You're no hatchling yourself anymore, Major. Our friend here showed me your sample. Suffice it to say...
Not here. Let's talk somewhere more private. Lou said we could use the back.
I'm so glad that I did not have to interact. Like, it felt so more natural. I'll close the door. There's a door to close.
Lou gave me the abridged version of what went down. Yeah, I can't thank you enough for taking care of all that.
Makes two of us.
I hope it ultimately didn't end up being too much trouble.
It never is. Try as a second. Gunfire. Yeah.
That's certainly not what I was expecting you'd have to go through. But thank you. I'm just glad you both came through intact. So, were you two able to get that workup together?
Got it right here. That sample? It's an exact match for the ones from Londinian.
Londinian. That's exactly what I was afraid of.
Not thrilled to be the bearer of that kind of news. That's for damn sure. So tell me you've got some kind of plan for that workup.
Well, right now, we've got more questions than answers. So I've been trying to figure out what it's gonna take to access our old Terramorph data.
Good place to start. What'd you find?
It's in the archives.
The Armistice Archives? Doesn't that mean we'd be dealing with the Cabinet? And the Freestar Collective? And House Varun somehow? Guess we can kiss that approach goodbye.
I didn't think the Cabinet would be willing to hear us out either. But I called in some favors. They've agreed to hear us out on two conditions. One, they want to see this analysis you two have procured. And two, they want to discuss what happened on Tau Ceti. With both of us. Well, when the Colony War came to a close 19 years ago, with the signing of the armistice, 3 factions were involved in the negotiations. The UC, Freestar, and House Varun. They made a lot of decisions about what sort of tactics should and shouldn't be permitted in future conflicts. All information related to the things they decided should be banned was locked away in the archives. Now, it's possible to get things out of there, but only with the agreement of members from all 3 factions. And as to what our research is doing in there, well, I'll get to that.
We already know what the gap is. It doesn't sound like any run of the mill data after. All you need is someone to charm some higher ups. Yeah, doesn't sound like any run of the mill data you're after. I'll take that as explanation now.
Of course. You deserve the full story. Percival and I, we're not just researchers. We were military scientists. Ran a division of the UC together that deployed aliens on the battlefield as weapons.
Place I was hiding out. That was our unit's home base.
After some early fits and starts at other facilities, the place eventually became the heart of UC xeno-warfare. A practice that's been banned ever since the armistice went into effect almost 20 years ago. And the UC military cut us loose for what we'd done.
What does that make you? Now is this UC going to throw me in prison? I was wondering if share it. Still doesn't
Need some
explain
time?
what this Terramorph data is going to do in that workup. Actually know who you are in your past.
Well, it was during that assignment that the UC asked us to explore deploying terramorphs on the battlefield. The project never got off the ground, but the data our team gathered is now sitting in the archives, along with all the other information banned after the Colony War. Under the watchful eye of monitors from all the galactic factions still participating in regular politics. But if we can convince the Cabinet to help us access that data, it'll give us the tools we need to decipher what exactly this sample might mean. And hopefully, how to prevent more attacks like the one that spawned it. Because the Terramorph project was doomed from the start. Terramorphs are too mean, too smart, too hungry to be used in combat. Trust us, we tried. The data that's in the archives, it's historical write-ups, anatomical notation, food chain analyses. I doubt they would have even classified it if it didn't have a Xeno-Warfare logo on it. You have my word. It's not a threat. I mean, I hope they will, given the evidence we've acquired. But getting the Freestar Collective and House Varun on our side, that won't be easy.
Since neither group is exactly on great terms with the UC at the moment, for various reasons.
Exactly. It's going to mean negotiations and deals and plenty of diplomatic legwork to see this through. But I don't see a better option to solving what's going on here. So it's gonna be up to us to get them on board.
Yeah, I mean, what the
That's all
hell's
I'm
that?
asking. Thank you. Now I need to get this work up in the cabinet's hands. Once that's done, I'll meet you out front of Mast in New Atlantis.
Good luck. You two are gonna need it.
Oh yeah. Finally starting to get some rewards for this. Meat. Yep. Already on the way. Oh, she ain't even gonna be able to walk out the room. That is one thing. Oh crap. Joking. Got contraband on my ship. Alright. I'm gonna go get rid of the contraband. And I'll meet you guys in Atlantis. Alright. Just arrived at New Atlantis. There she is.
Captain! Over here!
Yeah.
The workup's in the cabinet's hands. They said they'll call for us once they've gotten to properly review it. But listen, I know I should have been more forthcoming about who I was earlier. So, in the interest of full disclosure, there's one more thing you ought to know before we head up there. My relationship with the UC, it's more complicated than it might seem at first glance. The UC's actually the only reason I'm here in the first place. I am a clone of a man named Francois Sanon, one-time fleet admiral of the UC during the Colony War, former head of the UC Navy. They called him Ve Victus, woe to the defeated, in Old Earth Latin, a title he earned. The program I was a part of, it was the UC's attempt to create a new generation of military minds from one of their most respected tacticians. Secure the leadership of the UC military for generations to come.
What the hell?
I'm the last. A few of my siblings, they passed when we were young. Training accidents and the like. But most of the rest were deployed to the front lines during the Colony War, and they never came back. Not a day goes by where I don't think about what the world would look like with them still in it. A non-trivial amount of gene editing. Clone, honestly, isn't even really the right term for our relationship, thanks to the amount of donor material that was required to bring me into this world. He and I are different on more than a few levels, but there's no denying the fact we're inextricably linked. He would have happily told you he was one of the greats. Ultimately, though, it didn't matter. The man I was cloned from, my father, was executed for acts he committed during the war. The man caused a lot of death on both sides. Freestar Collective and UC. Military and civilians. And the things he did, well, they're a part of the reason the UC and Freestar Collective aren't really on great terms to this day. So my involvement, it could be another obstacle they throw at us up there. I just wanted you to be forewarned.
Damn.
He had his men open fire on civilian ships during the Battle of Cheyenne. A battle that he ultimately ended up losing anyway, devastating the UC fleet and bringing the colony war to an ugly end for the UC. But he's also the one who ordered the bombing of the Londinian spaceport during their outbreak, condemning countless lives. Both sides agreed the settled systems would be better without him. I really appreciate you saying that. I just thought you deserved to know, considering how much you've done already. You know, while we've got a second, was there anything else we needed to discuss? I know you got dropped into the middle of this pretty fast. Or if you've got any last-minute business to attend to, now might be a good time. No telling how long the cabinet's gonna keep us waiting out here. That's actually a souvenir from my time on Mars. The Red Devils unit I was a part of, they were founded by recruits who'd worked some of Mars' deepest mines. Folks used to adversity. The dust at those depths, it seeps into everything. The human eye included. Where the name Red Devils came from in the first place. It became an unwritten rite of passage that anyone wanting to enlist with the Devils had to do a stint in the mines before they could join up. The Devils were always talked about in such revered tones during my training, so as soon as I was old enough, I signed up. And the eyes were my parting gift. I mean, we never spent a lot of time together. He was too busy being Fleet Admiral to deal with kids. I was raised by a pair of guardians instead. Until his defeat during the Colony War, though, he was known as an extremely effective commander. Savvy. Perceptive. That mind opened a lot of doors for him. And for me, too. But Ve Victus, for all his ability, was heartless. Ruthless to a fault. In the end, that's what cost him his life. Well, thinking about it more, I suspect there'd be value in sharing the fact that the Terramorph project was, well, a failure. There's no need to be afraid of this data being weaponized. Knowing that should calm some of the Cabinet's fears and make it easier for us to dispel any suspicions the other factions might have about our intentions. Eye strain from the amount of reading I've got on the horizon if we succeed. The Terramorph project never went anywhere. It couldn't. They're deadly creatures, but they aren't xenoweapons. The Cabinet not opening the archives is probably a bigger risk than them handing over the files. That data itself isn't dangerous, which probably wouldn't be a bad point for us to bring up, should the opportunity arise.
Like how there's not an option to say. Yeah.
Then I guess it's just a matter of...
The cabinet meeting is about to begin. All parties, please proceed to the cabinet chambers.
Sounds like our cue.
Here we go.
Here we go.
This is gonna be interesting. You'll take the stairs, right? Yeah. Okay. Oh, there you are. Yeah. And you walked those stairs pretty fast, huh? Interesting. Just wanna check out everybody. Okay.
Ah, welcome. You must be the captain Hadrian mentioned in her report. You have our thanks for the risks you faced in securing this information.
Thanks, don't keep my ship fueled, man. Adrian made it clear that addressing this issue required them.
Oh, I'm sure she did.
Yes, well, precisely how urgent is what I hope we'll determine here today. So now, We have two petitioners here making a surprising request. Access to the UC Xeno Warfare Team's Terramorph data, currently housed in the Armistice archives. A request which will require not just this body's agreement, but that of all three Armistice signatories. UC, Freestar Collective, and House Varun. Now, Captain, we've all read Hadrian's report on the subject, but we have yet to hear from you. Perhaps you could summarize for the Cabinet what it is you see as the goal of this endeavor.
I'm just here to talk about what happened. Hadrian's the... No. We need the archive data to find a way to stop it possible. Trying to figure out what we're facing. We can't make an informed decision without data. Remind me what's kept of these archives.
All knowledge related to the technologies banned by the UC and the Freestar Collective after the Colony War resides in the archives, including the aforementioned Terramorph data you and Hadrian are after. I want to know what you, someone with less direct involvement in the Armistice, sees as the purpose behind granting said access.
Yeah, we either go with the apocalypse or we're still,
That is something to consider. Though we also have to take into account the nature of the data you require.
Madam President, I object to the very premise of this meeting. While no one would argue that what happened on Tau Ceti was anything less than a tragedy, Terramorph attacks are not some sudden new threat on the horizon. They've been happening for generations. To demand we hand over banned archival knowledge and possibly upset the balance of galactic diplomacy because of a single attack seems at best panic, and at worst, a power grab by the daughter of a bloodthirsty warmonger and her associates.
I would remind the chief diplomat who he's speaking to. If it's my father you're looking to address, you're welcome to consult a medium. I would also ask, how many deaths the Cabinet requires to act? 50? 50,000? Because if tragedies like Tau Ceti are just prelude to more attacks, I have no doubt you'll get the body count you require.
Let's keep this civil, shall we? And while there should be no doubt the preservation of life stands paramount among this body's duties, Chief Yassine has a point. Will a single attack, however troubling, be sufficient to convince the other factions to grant us access to what they no doubt consider weapon data? I don't think it's enough. Perhaps you can help, Captain. As the one who actually collected the sample in question, did this Terramorph seem at all alarming to you?
I might be honest, now I wiped out a colony that never saw it coming. That's pretty alarming. I only know what I was told. It's tissue match when I'm from... Man, that's a special report. I'm gonna say it was special report, so yeah.
That is worth considering. This attack took place on an almost completely uninhabited world. The casualties were minimal as a result. But if there's another attack, will we be so lucky?
Yes, a fine point, Admiral. So then, Captain, given the discussion now and the information you've been privy to thus far, if you were in our position, would you grant the request made to open the archives?
Or me, I wouldn't grant the request. So personally, I wouldn't wait. We don't know yet. We don't yet have enough information. Yes, if the fear is the data being weaponized, Terramorph program failed, that's what we need to say. If there's a chance what happened on Tau Ceti could happen elsewhere, we need a grant.
That? I hadn't thought of that, Captain.
An excellent point indeed. The other powers would likely be much more inclined to work with us knowing that. Chief Diplomat.
That point is a good one. Very well, you have my agreement. The galaxy is lucky you were here today, Captain.
You and I are in agreement, Chief Diplomat. So, if there are no other objections, I believe we can agree to give our full backing to make the request to... What was that?
Attention. Attention. An incident has occurred. Facility lockdown engaged.
Incident? Chief Sarkin, what's happening?
There's been an attack at the spaceport. Terramorphs.
Terramorphs. More attacks. Just as predicted.
Good God. There must be another explanation. The creatures evaded our scanner somehow.
There will be plenty of time for conjecture later. Chief Sarkin, order the evacuation of the spaceport and have your men contain the things, but do it discreetly. The last thing we need is a citywide panic.
Yes, ma'am.
Admiral Logan, the local barracks can provide support?
I'll make the order myself. Nearest anti-Xeno squad, though, is off-world. Going to take a while to bring them in.
Well then, we'll have to make do with the tools we've got. You two, we can't risk those things getting out of the spaceport. I want you both on the next train there. We'll let them know you're coming and that you've dealt with these things before. Now go show them how it's done.
We're on it, ma'am. Captain, I'm right behind you. Let's get down there.
So this is where this is a good place to stop. So we will meet you right there.